Grady's 80s.
Southeast Arizona's hit music, K101.
And without further ado, we head to the phone and say, activate emergency medical hologram. It's Robert Picardo.
Please state the nature of... I stumbled on it. It's been so long. Please state the nature of the medical emergency.
There you go. You got it. You nailed it.
First time I ever blew my line on that.
Oh,
Sorry.
no. Robert Picardo, you know him as the Doctor on Star Trek Voyager, but you also know him from a whole bunch of other stuff. Like you've been in like tons of movies and television.
I have. I've been around a while. In television, most notably, I suppose, I was one of the leads in China Beach, the Vietnam War drama. I was the impossibly stupid Coach Cutlip on The Wonder Years, and many other television shows. Most recently, I've been on guest stars on Frasier and Crossing Jordan, and I'm on The West Wing Wednesday the 24th of this month, and I've been recurring on Stargate SG-1, which, of course, is fraternizing with the enemy.
And also just recently released to DVD is Looney Tunes Backs in Action. What did you do in that movie?
I'm on the board of directors of Acme Industries. Steve Martin is the chairman of the board, and I am, I believe, the vice president of rhetorical questions. We all have strange, stupid titles. I've worked for Joe Dante, the director, probably a dozen times, and in movies like Inner Space and Gremlins 2 and The Burbs, and sometimes I get very big roles in the movies, sometimes smaller, but I always take whatever he asks me to do because he loves to be surrounded by his friends. So that particular outing was not a major one for me. I'm only in 3 scenes, but it's always a pleasure to work on a Joe Dante set.
And in Inner Space, you're the cowboy.
I am the cowboy in Inner Space, which is a great role, yes. It's the only role I've ever done in snakeskin bikini brief underwear, no matter what you've heard. So I remember I had to appear in front of Meg Ryan wearing a snakeskin bikini, and that was a high point.
Mm-hmm. And here's something that's some trivia for some people that they'll enjoy. You were the voice of Johnny Cab.
Johnny Cab, the robot cab driver in Total Recall. When Arnold gets in and says, "Drive, just drive," I say, "You're in a Johnny Cab. Please state a destination." I never thought of how "please state a destination" and "please state the nature of the medical emergency" were so connected in my future, but I was the voice and image of Johnny Cab, the robot cab driver, and hopefully someday I will start a business of robot cab drivers that'll all look like me.
There you go. That'll work. All right. Well, the reason you called is because opening today in Las Vegas is the Star Trek Experience Borg Invasion 4D. Tell us about that.
It is a brand new world-class theme park event at Star Trek The Experience, which is located in the Las Vegas Hilton. There's an attraction they've had here for a number of years called Klingon Encounter, which is also a very exciting ride, but they've taken it to a new level now with Borg Invasion 4D. It's a first for Star Trek in a number of ways. It's the first time you'll ever see Star Trek in 3D, all digital. The fourth dimension refers to the interactive elements that happen to the audience. There are live actors that create part of the scenario you're in, and also there are in-theater physical effects that will shock and surprise you as you are taking part in this. You hear the audience gasp a couple of times when they're caught off guard by some of the things that happen to them. So it's pretty cool the way you'll feel as though the evil Borg Queen is taking over your mind and body.
Wow, and body.
Yep, things happen to your body that catch you off guard. Not enough to make you need the adult diapers, mind you, but still, they're pretty creepy when they happen. You hear the audience go, "Ah!" like that, and that's always a good sound.
And can you tell us how you're involved in the film?
I am basically, my character is the featured player of the movie. I guess it's me and the Borg Queen by Alice Krieger. There's a brief appearance at the end by Kate Mulgrew as Captain Janeway, but I am the character that welcomes you in. And you were there ostensibly to be part of my benign medical experiment, and then you are my test subjects, the audience members, and then, of course, things go terribly wrong, and we almost all get killed and taken over by aliens, and then with a little help from Captain Janeway and me firing a phaser, And I have to admit, seeing this movie, I realized that I really do kind of fire a phaser like a girl. I really am. I'm not a very butch guy in the action sequences, but I'm very brilliant mentally, and I have a very high opinion of my skills. So that you get the Doctor's trademark sort of arrogance and self-involvement for some humorous moments, but then when the chips are down, he steps up to the plate and becomes an action hero, even though he fires a phaser like a girl. And there's a happy ending. You guys who come to the ride will not be assimilated. You will not lose your minds. You will not have parts of your body hacked off and replaced with mechanical extremities. You will survive to go back to the crap table, back to the blackjack table, and you'll be able to gamble with the best of them, and have had a very exciting experience.
Well, there you go. And before we go, let's one last question. What is next for Robert Picardo?
Well, a number of things are in the offing. There are 2 other television shows I have upcoming appearances on that I mentioned, and I'm also developing a project that I'm pitching later today, in fact, to the Sci-Fi Network. I have, I think, a great idea for a sci-fi comedy involving another well-known Star Trek actor, and I'm also working on a project with my old friend Joe Dante. We're trying to develop something together. So I'm, in addition to continuing my theater work in LA and guest work on other television shows, I'm trying to develop some challenging and interesting projects that will appeal to the audiences that I've developed through other work over the years, especially science fiction fans, but not exclusively.
Well, there you go. Well, thank you for calling us today.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure.
All right. Robert Picardo from Star Trek Borg Experience 4D in Vegas. Make sure you check it out. Today's hits, yesterday's favorites, 100.9 FM, K101.